Hey, good morning, everybody. Happy Thanksgiving! Turkey Day, Turkey Ball, all that other good stuff. But you know me, and you know that this is probably going to be a little bit maybe even sappier video than normal. I didn't even think about it, but, this is there's so many firsts that we've had throughout all this, this whole fight that's been taking place. And, this is the first Thanksgiving that we've had. So happy Thanksgiving, guys. If I don't get to say good morning, guys, it's only because I'm driving and I might not see your names, but I just want to say good morning to everybody. Good morning, Nicole. Good morning, Joyce. Good morning, Joe. This is the first. We got first Thanksgiving, and then, first Christmas, and first election, and all these other things that we've got to spend together, and just the beginning of so many wonderful Thanksgivings that we're going to share. And I can't wait to see, how everything goes with us, this family that we're all building individually, coming together. Just so appreciative for all the heart and the soul and the spirit that each and every person in this group has. Good morning, Dave. Good morning, Barb. Thank you, Barb. I love the fight. I love the thirst for freedom, and, the warriors that are out there, and the intellect and the brilliance and the, of course, the sparkle, right? Can't leave out the sparkle. And the shine and the enthusiasm and the exuberance and just the life and the love that every person has in this group, and the unique way that each of us has something. Good morning, Scott. Happy Thanksgiving, brother. Thank you, Joyce. I appreciate it, sweetheart. Thank you very much. Mark, I can't wait. Good morning, Mark. Mark, freedom fighter, warrior, patriot, man, that guy does everything. He is online, sending messages. I love it. I love what we all contribute. It just, I have the biggest smile on my face all the time, thinking about all the faces and all the names. And guys, please, if you're watching this and you've sent me a message, please don't get frustrated with me. I will get back to you. Good morning, Paul. Good morning, Judith. Good morning, Kat. Good morning, Paul. Thank you, brother. Please don't get frustrated with me. I'm doing my best. I really am. Especially with Thanksgiving. I'm going over to my mom's. We got to go to Mom Patriot, right? Mom Patriot, Mom Warrior, where it all started. And going to see Miley, my Miley girl. She's, my dog that I leave with my mom because my mom's dog passed away, Patty, sweetheart. And my buddy, Toby, when he died, that was a big loss. So I had Miley, and, I had her, and I had my Glory Girl, and Glory Girl passed away too. And then Ralphie, you guys know Ralphie passed away. He was struggling and suffering, was trying to get him better. He fought, he was a fighter. Ralphie was a fighter. But Miley is still kicking, and I said to my mom, she was like, I'm going to get 2 puppies. And I'm like, no, do not get 2 puppies, please, because her 2 puppies were going to become my 2 puppies. So I'm like, just you take Miley. I can't, I'm out all the time. It's going to be better for her, and it has been. It's been a great little union between all of them. But my stepdad is, his name is David Burness. And David Burness fought in the Vietnam War. And, he ended up, developing a form of what they thought was Parkinson's. And it's not Parkinson's, but it's even worse because it mirrors Parkinson's symptoms, but it affects only about 1,000 people in the country. So there's very little study and research on it, unfortunately. But it's kind of brought him, it locks his body up, and he's not able to talk. But he talks, but he speaks, but not always the best. And his eye shuts down, and different things like that. but he's fighting. He's a warrior, and you know, he was an original revolutionary with all of this, you know, along with all the people that were, you know, on air and fighting, and you know, on the radio, all that stuff. And you know, he would always talk about the mark of the beast, and he would talk about revolution, and I'm like, you know, I can kind of see that, but I hope we're not going in that direction, you know. And good morning, Kat. And then, you know, here we are. So Dave gets the biggest smile on his face when I'm able to share some of the stories of what we all do. Now, for decades and decades and decades, guys, you never saw a protest or a rally that was really of any meaning, right? You'd see parades, you know, the parades were great, but everybody was afraid. Everybody was afraid to call out injustice. Everybody was afraid to call out what these people were doing, that they were depriving us of everything, our property, our happiness, our families, our loved ones, our businesses. And this is long before what's happening now. We know our families have been moving out of the area for a long, long time for all the reasons that we know, and I'm not going to get into it. So he gets the biggest smile on his face, and I get to share some of the stories. So I'm going over there this morning. I wanted to make sure I got up early and did that. You know, get up early. Like I don't get up early every day, right? But I wanted to make sure I didn't let the morning get away from me. So I got everything done that I needed to get done, and then I got in the car and I wanted to spend a little bit of time with them this morning before we go over to Mark Pullenkar's house to wish him a happy Thanksgiving. And so I'll spend a little bit of time. I'll probably stay there until about 9 or so, and then I'll head out. But it'll be awesome. I'm sure we'll have some breakfast. My mom will have something. Good morning, Kathy. She'll have something that we'll make. You know, I'm so thankful for them. And you know, I remember the one time my mom said to me throughout all of this, and you know, I barely watch the videos that are there, and I know what is happening, how it affects everybody because you guys, you know, and what the messages that you send, and you know, and how it's affecting you, and how it's reaching you, and how you are all taking the time to move the way that you are, and being inspired by people like, good morning, Billy, thank you. Being inspired by people like Scott Nowachin and John Graff with the Rolling Patriots, and being inspired by people like Mike Segul and Desiree Segul with the Marching Patriots, John Graff and Scott Nowachin with the Rolling Patriots, you know, Nancy Orticelli and that whole group, you know, with Sean and, you know, Michelle, and, you know, go through all the names, and Heather of the Constitutional Coalition, and, you know, Restore Constitutional Freedom to New York, and FreeNewYorkState.com, and, you know, the list goes on and on and on. The Watchmen, of course, how can you forget those guys? And, you know, people like Jeff Capella, you know, behind the scenes. People like John Savino fighting, you know, doing everything that he can do with all his abilities and talents. And, you know, you guys being inspired by those groups and looking to act and looking to do something, and growing your group, growing your network, believing in yourself, believing that you can do it, seeing that somebody else has done it, you know, knowing that you can do it, and then going out there and doing it. I can't tell you how many people I see, they're like, Pete, I've got a group of people together now, and I'm talking to them, and it makes me feel good, and I'm not worried about engaging with the negativity on Facebook or with my family. You know, we've got this group, we talk, or, you know, we meet here. That is what it's all about. That is what this movement is all about. It's all about one person at a time. It's all about paying attention, you know, not taking each other for granted. It's about making sure somebody feels like they exist, like their opinions matter. And that's what I'm so thankful for. Just immeasurably and infinitely thankful for all of you guys and all the work that you and effort that you've put into this. And the most beautiful thing is this: We are only at the beginning. Like, guys, seriously, do not be upset, and wonder what's going to happen ever. Believe in the strength and the bond of this movement that's happening right now. It is just the beginning. It's so powerful, and it is getting people involved in ways and inspiring and motivating people that you would not believe. And it's getting them to act. It's getting them to talk to their families, their loved ones, their neighbors. That's what this is all about. It is about the people. It is about making sure no one gets left behind. Good morning, Kelly. It's about making sure that no one feels alone anymore. It's about paying attention, being mindful, being aware, being compassionate, being empathetic, being sympathetic, giving that big smile, not being glum, right? Not yet being caught up or absorbed in yourself, to recognize every opportunity to just be able to give somebody a smile, give somebody a hug, give somebody that handhold, right? It means so much, the feeling that you get in your heart. And it's just so simple, the humanity of it all. It doesn't have to be this grand context of this bigger organization. It doesn't. Or religion. It doesn't have to. It can be. It can totally be that. But it doesn't have to be. Good morning, Mark. What's up, brother? Great to see you. Good morning, Michelle. Greg! Warrior! Man, I love you, Greg. I absolutely love you, brother. We are. Every single one of us, brother. And you were a warrior. You were one of the originals, man. You took it upon yourself to do something and fight that fight. And all of us are the faces of this. Each and every single one of us are the face of this. We are the strength of this. We are the foundation of this. We are the bond that will be unbreakable and inseparable. So that when you have angry leftist mobs out there in the streets trying to attack our neighborhoods or our families, we will stop that. And that we will figure out what's happening with them and try to welcome them into what is happening. This collective consciousness of rising and elevating and being concerned about somebody else and hoping that you can rise and elevate them as well. Ascend them into just a little bit higher level of whatever, happiness, even if that's just it. Good morning, Sean. Good morning, Dwayne. Dwayne Hawk. Brian. Oh, God, guys. Brian Garvey. Thank you, Brian. He said so many of you guys have sent me messages that just touch me. Not in that way. Not in that way. I always have to qualify that. But Brian sent me a beautiful message last night, essentially saying, dude, no matter what, I've got your back. And that means the world. That is what this is about. All of us never forgetting that, guys. Like, this just has to build. This is just the start. It's not saying, okay, it's not like you go to church on Sunday and then you get out of church and everybody's mad at each other in the parking lot. That's not what this is about. It is a permanent application into your life of always trying to be better, little bit by little bit at a time. Always trying to be there for your friends in every way that you can. Truly being that person that we want in our lives. Truly being that person that will do whatever and be there no matter what. The faces that I see. Frank is another one, man. He always has my back. Frank always has everybody's back. He is always looking out for everybody. Yeah, I love it. Can't wait to see it, Frank. But, Brian, that was so special. Thank you. That meant the world to me. So, we're just at the beginning. And as each one of us, more and more and more of us, we get our groups, and you guys see how instant the transformation can be. It's not about, trying to learn, how to be a better person. It's just thinking every moment about being a better person, paying attention to that person and seeing, like actually seeing with your eyes that person that's out there that may be alone, that may need something, that may just need that smile, that may need that kind word or that vote of encouragement. That's it. That's all it is. Thank you, Mark. Happy Thanksgiving, brother. And that's all it is. But it's got to be a permanent attachment to our lives every moment. Because when you reside in that place where you're just happy and you're not having that negativity leak in, absorb in, it's just such a beautiful place to be. And you want somebody, you're going to have those leftists that are going to try to dismiss and disavow and discredit and tarnish and do whatever they can because they hate happiness. If nothing else has been proven throughout all of this, it is that the far left hate happiness. They cannot stand, they don't know how to be happy. They want to bring everybody down in their lives that they can. And they just can't appreciate anybody else being happy in even the smallest capacity or the smallest regard. One thing that I am thankful for, Kim invited me over to her grandmother's house last night to share Thanksgiving with, her son Max, her son Jake, and her daughter Haley, and then Haley's boyfriend Brett. And then, I got to meet Blaze. He's a total dick. Sorry, total jerk. But that Blaze warmed up to me. You guys know me. I was just going to approach it in my own way before you know it. Blaze was loving on me. And then Gunnar was a sweetheart too. So it was just an incredible night, and I'm so grateful for that. But I think the most important thing that came away from that is that, guys, don't forget our kids. Don't forget our youth. Don't forget our teenagers. Good morning, Cheryl. Happy Thanksgiving. Give Sammy a big hug and a kiss for me. You guys better be eating all kinds of bacon-wrapped turkey and bacon-wrapped mashed potatoes and bacon-wrapped beans and everything else, all right? I want an invite back to your house one of these days so we can have some bacon. I need bacon. My skin's all dry. I don't know why. I'm sorry, guys, that you got to stare at that. But anyways, good morning, Cheryl. Happy Thanksgiving. Tell Sammy I said the same. I don't know how many words did he win in the past year. So, but guys, don't forget our kids. They are struggling. They're in a place like, remember where we were when we were teenagers or in our early 20s or even in our 30s, even now, right? Where you don't know what to expect. You don't know about life. So impart that simple wisdom on them. Like, don't make it a lecture. Don't make it a long diatribe about life and religion and the meaning and all that. Just let them know what the opportunities are out there. Share your experiences on how you found happiness. They need that strength and support. I think the most important thing I saw last night were a couple of people in their early 20s, and seeing that they believe and that they want to figure out how to help and how they can help and what they can do. And that's a beautiful thing. That's just a really, really special thing that's happening. And it's just, we're all very blessed to have that. So, I don't know if, but just a very, very special thing to have in life, right? I saw a state trooper. I don't know if he might have saw me talking on the phone, so that's why I'm being a little sketchy. It keeps freezing. Oh man, I'm sorry guys. I'm out in Boston. That might be the reason why. Or Facebook is messing with me. Good morning, Renee. Happy Thanksgiving. Good morning, Teresa. But guys, don't forget those kids, please. Don't forget those teenagers. Be there for them. Impart wisdom upon them. That is where all of this grows. That's where it needs to be. And paying attention to them and just giving them a little bit of encouragement, a little bit of guidance is going to be invaluable to them to put them on a path. And guys, they don't need much. They really don't need much. They just need to know somebody gives a damn about them. They need to know somebody cares about them. They need to know somebody has their back. They need to know they don't have to turn to drugs or their friends or alcohol, not or bad friends, I mean. You know, they can turn to their good friends, and they can even be a light. Yes, Mark. Pots and pans and air horns. Put it on the page. Put it on the post, bro. And then share it everywhere. Yes, 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 yes. Please. I forgot to tell everybody that. So definitely, please, guys, thank you. And I got the blowhorn. So and I got my tea. Thank you to Scott. I really appreciate Scott. Oh God, he's such a man. Scott and Mary Teresa and Dave and oh God, Teresa, please. Don't tell Dave, but Teresa, please, please, please. We have to thank Stefan. What Stefan did was legendary, absolutely legendary. That's a baller, epic move. Like, drop the mic. And Dave DiPietro has been doing that stuff too, and I'm so grateful for Dave and the fight that he has put into this. He is an original freedom fighter, and we got to put something together to thank those guys, Teresa. So please message me, on my phone. If you don't have it, please ask Nancy for the Patriot phone and message me there. We have got to do something for them. I know they don't want acknowledgement and they don't want appreciation, but what they've been doing and what Dave has been doing, what Stefan has been doing, what Stefan did yesterday was epic. So just get to those kids, guys. They just need that little bit, and then they are going to be voices for us. When they see that they can be happy, when they can see that they can believe in themselves and they can shine, and that they don't have to be downtrodden and melancholy and upset about everything, they can be that light, and I get a little bit religious here, but they can be that. And then they could do with it whatever they want. If they want to become religious, if they want to start a gym, if they want to start a restaurant that has conservative principles, not conservative, political affiliation, but I should say more freedom. That's a more appropriate term. More freedom related, oriented, more American oriented, liberty, constitutionalist ideals and thinking. I'm just so thankful for everybody, guys. I remember I played football. I looked forward to playing football, and you guys know how much football means to me. And getting to play with the the names are escaping me. The Kirchmeyers. They had a football. I would only play. I love football, and for the time I was like 13 or so, I would play wherever they had it. It was Orchard Park, I think. It was right around the corner. Oh, well, here's the thing. It was in Orchard Park, and then it turned out I bought a house that was right around the corner from me. Mark will be at 1500 Delaware Avenue at 10 p.m. Come on out, all right? And then we'll be going over to Gail Bernstein's house after in Amherst. So we are, so we would play, and I loved it, and I looked forward to that so much. Unbelievable. So guys, they're terrorizing our monuments now. If that just happened, I don't know if it was intentional or not, but anyways, we're not even going to focus in on that. That's despicable. I know, great decision there. Let's hope that Niagara Square is not damaged too much, guys. Anyways, but that's the level of what we're dealing with. It's the level of psychosis and derangement that we're dealing with right now. And it's not a lot. It's a handful of people. There are maybe hundreds of them in this area. That is the most. And there are hundreds of thousands of us. That is the case. So I'll address that Niagara Square thing again. When I go down there, I'll drive by and take a look, and I'll go on live. I got to get into my mom's. But I used to look forward to Thanksgiving Turkey Bowl every day, or every Thanksgiving. That was my thing. I would love to be there. And I finally get to play football after everything was going on, all year round until I got into the leagues, and then I was able to play in the leagues. But Turkey Bowl was what I looked forward to. I just wanted to be there. I was excited. I would play 2 and 3 games a day. I would be sore for days after. But now, with this family, I've got a whole other tradition to look forward to. You know, we're going down to see Mark pulling cars and wish him a happy Thanksgiving. And we're going down to see Gail Bernstein and wish her happy Thanksgiving at her house. Good morning, Jen. So that, as good as the tradition was for me with football, this tradition is even more meaningful and more exciting, and I can't wait. And I've been excited the whole time since I announced it. And once I found out all of you wanted to do it, I was like, yep, I'm there. We're absolutely there. So I'm at my mom's. I want to get inside. I want to spend some time with them. If I get a chance, I'll go on live when I come back, or I'll go on live to get down to Niagara Square and report on what's happening there. Let's pray there's not too much damage to the monument. You know, what a shame that somebody did that. You know, that's never happened in my 47 years. I don't think it's probably ever happened. But that is where these people have descended to. These people have descended to this point of despair. But they want to convince us that that's where we all need to be. They're trying to convince us that we need to be in this despair and this chaos, and that we need to feel all of this sadness and this unhappiness and this bitterness, right? And that we have to be ashamed of who we are. Hey, Jen, and that's not the case. There's hundreds of them. There's hundreds of thousands of us. Don't stop believing, guys. Don't stop being there for one another. Today, take that time to reach out to somebody that you haven't messaged in a while. And just say happy Thanksgiving and tell them what they mean to you. Or pick up that phone and make that phone call, guys. It's going to mean everything to whoever you do it to. Man, what is going on with Thanksgiving today? It's not Hump Day. So, but whoever you give up, man, I gotta stop. So, whoever you do that for, it's all about that one person, guys. Reaching that one person, connecting with that one person. You don't have to do it for everybody. Doing it for one person is more than you would have done if you didn't do it at all. So I love you guys very much. I'll come back on in a little bit. Thank you, Mark. I'll talk to you guys later. I love you very much. Happy Thanksgiving if I don't get to see you at the next one. Bye.